This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
Set up and
I
all
fucked
this other
that up.
shit, too.
Let's redo that. Let's redo that part. See? I didn't hit record on it. The fucking camera picked up. Anyway, I was just saying to Mark that it's been fucking forever since we recorded. It was like, I think I did like 2 by myself, and then one was like a Thanksgiving one where I'm like making fucking smoothies out of fucking turkey and shit. People love that one.
The stuffing.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a kick out of it. That was pretty funny.
So I heard somebody say something on, I don't know if it was a podcast or whatever. Oh, maybe it was I think it was Andrew Schultz talking about like how like people have to decide if you like catch a wave of like a trend or something like that, like with that big girl Lizzo that got her fame because she's fat.
Yeah.
And then became this fat chick singing about being fat. And now, like, she's talking about losing weight, apparently. I just heard him talking about this. I haven't been paying attention to it, but she's talking about, like, being healthier and taking care of herself and turning my phone off. I don't know who's from Vancouver. Let me turn that off. Airplane mode, bitches. I'm glad I didn't have, like, it's a weird ringtone. It's not like a phone, but I didn't have like Lizzo playing on my phone.
Maybe that was Core Concepts.
Yeah.
He's not in Vancouver, though, is he?
Yeah, they are.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ping Pong Tactical is the actual sponsor of the podcast.
Oh, whatever it was.
Whatever.
God damn it.
Yeah, but he
Logan.
was. Yeah. So he was talking about how, like, not to fat shame or anything like that, but to talk about like how people will get on trends and then they hit and break through, essentially become famous for being a certain thing, and then they have to maintain that because they try to step outside the boundary and do something else, like her trying to lose weight, and people lose their shit because you're not
I thought you were funny because you're fat.
Yeah. And I say that to say this, like with people will look at this podcast like from where it came, and that's one of the things I actually wanted to, I'll write it down right now so we don't fucking forget. That's where it came from. Let me write that down. I can't do 2 things. Podcast guy, where it podcast came from. Shit.
Where it podcast from came.
From King.
Where I came on the podcast.
No, so like people will catch the wave essentially of something, and then they'll follow it because it's like they're getting some celebrity or catching fame off of it, and then they become these big celebrities, but they can't change after that. They're kind of stuck.
Oh yeah.
So if she essentially just kept being a fat person because her fans wanted her to, you know, because what he was saying is like people are being super nasty to her because like she's like trying to be healthy and shit. And whereas I talk shit about her just in general on the thing, it's like people will talk shit because now all those big fat slobs that want to look up to her as an idol and like you see it, the fucking pro fat movement, which is like totally absolutely fucking bonkers to think that people are like, they can't be happy.
No,
you know
not
what I
at
mean?
all.
Like I've said before, it's like,
and we're not talking a little bit overweight. We're talking like,
dude,
unhealthy overweight.
We've been sending fucking
huge
those fucking pictures to each other to fuck with algorithms. Maybe you haven't because you don't want your algorithm.
No, I just
to
jerk
be
off to them.
Oh, okay. I mean, aren't we all? That's implied, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been sending those pictures back of like the yoga shit because it's funny. It's like, look at this fucking crazy thing, and like the big beluga whales like fucking doing the same shit, like pro fucking fat. It's like, who the fuck are you?
We need to combine those two and send those to David.
Like, oh, dude, I'm
like
sure there's
huge
fat yoga.
Oh,
didn't I? Yeah, I looked up one time. I was like, we were making a joke about dude yoga.
Yeah,
they
got it. They got it.
And I was like, yeah, I found it right away, and then I jerked off to that.
Nice. We're going to find fat yoga and send it to David.
No, but like people, I brought up all that because the podcast is a weird thing. Like people show up to the podcast page or they listen to it and they're just like, what the fuck is this? You know, because they want something. And for since I started the podcast with doing a few things related to the military, like it was conversations, and obviously ours weren't. Like it was, you were the first episode, which is kind of cool because then you can see the progression from where we started to where it is today.
Is that Vancouver?
I don't know.
Anyways.
Can you pull that away from the fucking switchboard?
Yes.
But yeah, so like with the like going on like catching that wave and doing certain things, it's like the one point he brought up is like you start off, you got to kind of like progress into and put yourself out there, be authentic. You know, I've been talking about like authenticity lately, about like how I figured out you can tell the people that are fake on social media like almost instantaneously if you look at the authenticity of what they're putting out. So like if you start as something and you change into whatever it is, and you kind of like morph into something, then people at some point, which is, I mean, in a good way, because you lose all the people that want something else, because you want people to like your shit. You want people that are super into it and enjoy it, right? And fuck whatever they think about it. But people go to the podcast thinking it's going to be this fucking vet podcast, and it's fucking, as far as I can tell, you know, aside from the fact I am one, like it's not really a vet podcast.
That's where it ends.
Yeah. So I think it's going into, like, I've been talking about like taking this 3-week break to plan shit out. I think that kicking the podcast into overdrive with the shit that's been going, like, it's been going, like doing our random conversations about stuff, or like focused weird shit like eating fucking junk food or whatever.
Torture devices.
Yeah. Like, you know, I want to do more of the historical shit. Like I did that fucking thing about Thanksgiving or whatever. And like, but people really enjoy the torture device one, the cockfighting shit, like all of the stuff. And so moving more into that and going more hyperdrive on that stuff as opposed to just fucking... Dude, I've been like thinking about, and obviously this is brain diary I'm dumping all over the fucking table, which may have to do with one of the questions we're fucking... But like, I've been thinking about like, well, you know, I talked a little bit about like, we're going to get this dude from Instagram on and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, because I want to provide something. And while I think that it would be cool to like get the insight from some fucking lunatics I saw on social media that are super hilarious, it's like, I much prefer talking to motherfuckers I know and doing ridiculous shit when I'm like on edibles or like drunk and just like, which I'm trying to change, but obviously I'm trying to not
both
drink
at the same time.
Yeah. But like I want to do that and see what happens with it, but kick it into like this fucking, let's do this fucking violent history.
Do it
like,
hard.
Let me talk about fucking microwave foods.
Hell yeah.
And I say that to say this, at some point, if you're fucking waiting for that fucking veteran episode where we talk about like
my time in the service and how it affects my PTSD.
Like, you should just stop listening, because that's those days are fucking done as far as I know, unless something where it's like I have a guest that comes on that was a vet that wants to talk about it. But I gotta fucking know him first off, and it's not like I'm like apprehensive to talk to people I don't know, because I could do that, but it's just like I don't know if that's something I really want to do. Like I want to talk to people.
Well, a lot of times, like you were
know.
saying before, you'll end up repeating yourself over and fucking over, and that's not. I mean, who wants to hear the same shit over and over?
Yeah.
You know? Changing the game, Mike.
Yeah, so it's like being authentic is what I'm mostly about, and so authentically, I will start being crazier this next year, and you can fucking count on it.
I can't count. No, just playing.
That's because you're stupid. You stupid shit face. You want to insult me now?
You have a bad shirt.
I got it from Walmart.
Fuck.
It's Wrangler, dude.
I got this from Walmart.
That thing is dope.
This is Wrangler too.
Let's talk about Walmart.
Where Walmart shirts.
Walmart is where we shop, because we didn't have the right to say their name. No, we got these fucking awesome things from Walmart.
We weren't together when we got them.
We didn't plan to get Wrangler Walmart, but it just happened to be rolling back prices.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that fucking smiley face that used to bounce from merchandise?
I don't know.
He buried in his face.
Somebody probably...
He got caught in the fucking panty section of the women's department.
Somebody probably like reported him, and you know those chasm culture shit. They just canceled that fucking smiley face.
He's like a little kid rolling from, when he's not like doing work for the camera, he's like rolling through the aisles and like looking up ladies' skirts, and he's like, we're rolling back prices. And
why
like,
is that one? That one has a dick.
I don't know. That was a good thing, man. It's like this, rolling back prices. He's rolling through the aisle.
Now you got to make a clip of that.
Got to do something with that. I don't know what to do with it. Head keeps falling off. His arm broke.
God damn.
I tried to fix it today, but I was holding it to glue its head back on there.
Were you holding it like that?
Yeah. No, I was holding it like with my finger like on its hand or something. I went and cracked it. I was gonna put it like this and on this thing with the stand, but then I couldn't find the fucking super glue.
Damn. What'd you use before? Super glue?
Super glue.
Damn, that's some shitty glue.
Yeah, I printed that in 2 different sections because it like takes 5 days to print a fucking death cheetah. But now it's like I only printed it in 2 sections so I could do this in fucking 9 hours as opposed to fucking 3 days.
Yeah.
But now I have one, right? Like I printed this one and made it fucking look all nice. So if I wanted to do it again, I could just let that go for 24 hours. But I don't know if I'd make a life-size plastic fucking death cheetah.
You just need a death cheetah head that just fucking sits right there.
Yeah.
Well, never mind.
Yeah, I got one. It's a little ridiculous. Like I get the whole death cheetah thing, but it's like I'm going overboard on it. Like, watch me wear cheetah print soon.
Fucking do it.
Yeah. Next Halloween, I'll paint
we need to get
myself.
death cheetah masks for Halloween.
Like the plastic rubber suit that you found on what is that site?
I don't know. I just googled that shit. You could buy stuff
did
on
skin
Google.
suit.
I put leather bodysuit or something.
Yeah,
that'd be dope though. You know, have a mask with a knife going through the
fucking dildo sticking up. Take this one. Stick it in there.
It's not supposed to be real.
So this episode was supposed to be, as you know, talking to you like you don't know, but people don't know. This episode was supposed to be like a best of, like I did after episode 20, because that was like a great accomplishment. We did episode 20, and now we're like go towards 100 or whatever. But like I want to do each year. I want to do. I haven't planned out next year for any of this shit, but I think Halloween movies. Cut it down to 2 movies as opposed to fucking 4. Yeah, like 2 solid fucking shit movies, and then do an end of the year
solid fucking shit movies.
Do a holiday fucking end of year fucking thing, and then also I was like, I think maybe we get a fucking pay-per-view special thing going on where we like plan out an actual event where we do like YouTube movies or not movies, YouTube shit, like internet videos, fucking other kinds of stuff. Nice. Make mayonnaise, because I heard that on one of the episodes.
Yeah, we got to do that. Yeah.
That's actually the episode that we're going to reference here in a little bit about COVID, because we were talking about like making mayonnaise or some shit. So I was thinking
homemade mayonnaise.
So that could be cool coming up next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Fucking A. Ping Pong Tactical is a tactical hard-use gear company out of the Pacific Northwest. They have a plethora of holsters and accessories as unique as you are, built to your exact specifications. You want a holster with a dragon on it? Maybe you want a holster with 2 dragons intertwined looking back at you. Well, if you want that, they got you, son. You want a place to put your screaming keys so they're easier to locate when they scream at you? They got you as well. You got a weed rolling tray, man? No? Well, it'd be a lot cooler if you did, man. Just ask Logan over at Ping Pong Tactical, and he will hook you up with any Codex your little black heart desires. So go check them out at pingpongtactical.com and use code VIOPRO at checkout for 10% off your entire order, man. But let's talk about COVID. What's your knowledge of it right now as it stands?
Knowledge of the
what do you know about
disease?
Yeah,
or
COVID.
Like knowledge of what's going on politically. There's
fucking
a whole
anything.
Lot of
Yeah, talk about anything and everything.
Fuck COVID. It's not as deadly as people think still, because people are getting it. A lot of people are getting it. You see it all over social media. Oh, I have COVID. Oh, I found out I have COVID. And all
I know somebody. I finally knew somebody that had COVID.
Yeah, we know a few people.
Yeah.
I had a few employees that caught it, and I mean, all of them are back to work.
Yeah,
they're not dead.
And I don't
like. Oh, I was a little sick. I'm like, cool. That's about it. They were like, yeah, I felt like I had a cold.
Yeah, my buddy stayed home and played video games, and his family, he thinks, had it, but he was just kind of isolating himself from them even. So it's like, but he couldn't smell.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And he's just ripping ass the whole time. He's like, it's not working.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I must still be sick.
And so he stayed inside and isolated, and then I was talking to him a couple times. He's like, I just need to get out of this shit. He's like, I feel fine. And it was like 2 days, and now he's like, I can't smell shit still. But he's like, it's like a week after the last time I talked about it, and he's like back to normal. We were playing fucking Warzone today.
Nice.
And he's amped up, and he's like, I'm on fucking energy drinks. And
like, he's not doing anything else.
Yeah.
Can't get
I saw a video
energy.
of him on a fucking hoverboard, on his son's hoverboard, rolling around in Florida. So
nice.
But yeah, it's so.
So I saw some videos online that multiple videos about people receiving the vaccine.
You know what I just realized? As you know, I wanted to bring this up. I'm not trying to interrupt you.
You're good.
But this video is going to have the CDC fucking warning
it's going to pop up now because we said the word COVID.
Yeah.
Fuck.
You can't talk about that shit, dude.
We should have just called it 19.
Yeah. That video I sent you, that dude, he's like, what the fuck is going on? And did you watch that one?
No,
yet. Dude. It was the one with David was freaking out over 6-minute video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch
that shit is hilarious because the whole
6
time
minutes long. I didn't watch it.
He's trying to. Yeah, I didn't either. I was just like, look at this, guys. I said you ran a video, so you're like, tell me what you think about it. Then I don't have to watch it myself. Just wait till later.
Smart.
But he's basically like, he's talking about how you can't even say it now on social media because of the threat of losing your livelihood for even mentioning it, regardless of what you say about it.
Oh, and they have technology now that it can screen in an instant, and it can screen voices, it can screen pictures.
That's how my fucking account got locked out for that whole day because I posted a meme that said vaccine on it.
I posted a picture, like a screenshot of somebody else's meme that they probably screenshotted. I didn't say any words over it. I didn't post anything.
Did you post it in your story?
All I did was put it on the story, and it attached a COVID warning because it said something about either vaccines or COVID. Yeah. And I'm like, how did it know? It's just a picture.
Yeah.
You know? It just because it had the word in there. It's a screenshot of probably a screenshot. Yeah. It doesn't make any fucking sense. They have the technology to do that, obviously. $billion companies and
what do you think
IT?
Now that we're on it, what do you think you learned from this? What do you think you learned from January when we recorded this episode? And I'm going to play this clip for everybody, and then we'll react to it whenever I stop the thing.
I think that
of all of it, encompass social media, the actual disease or virus or whatever the fuck it is.
It's highly political. It's highly political, and I don't want to say they. It's a weird.
Who's
thing to
they?
Say, right? Who's
no
going
one knows.
Deeper? It's being used to control the people, and people are fucking scared. It's fear mongering still, as it always has been. I think that it's not as deadly as people think. Yes, people are dying. I probably sound like an asshole for like just people are dying, but people die every fucking day. And you notice the deaths from flu have gone down to like 24 total or some shit, as opposed to 24,000 per the year. It doesn't make any fucking sense. None of this makes fucking sense.
And we've been sitting in this for 12 months now. January, right? Like March was when the lockdown started.
If it was so contagious and so deadly, we'd have had it by now, I think.
Yeah. It's cool to like doing this podcast. We have evidence of what we talked about.
Yeah.
Like 12 months ago when when everybody found out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is what we knew it was in December, I think, of 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
That China had it. And then Christmas, it's funny, we were talking about like New Year's and shit, how it was so shitty and like, because they didn't do fireworks. And like, it's funny, just a year ago or almost a year ago.
Was it New Year that it was 4th of July?
No, we took a break because when I made the decision, like, hey, I'm going to do 52 episodes next year.
Yep.
And it didn't happen just because of fucking whatever. We did like 37 or some shit. But like, when I made that decision, I was like, we're going to like, we essentially had Christmas and shit like that. And then we didn't record because it's the holidays and whatever. And we came back to record Martin Luther King. When was this?
That was in February. Was that after I went to?
No,
that was.
It was January 26th was when I dropped this episode.
So that was after I came back from. I don't remember if I went in January or February. I think I went in January to Disneyland with the kid.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
But we did, yeah.
My kid, not a kid.
I just found a kid.
The kid.
It was weird to go to Disneyland by myself. I drove thousands of miles over the course of 2 days.
I picked up a kid on the way there. No.
I was like, you want to go to Disneyland? He's like, my parents are irresponsible. Hell yeah. Yeah, so January 26th was when this dropped. It was the weekend or something before, maybe. Yeah. I don't remember. So yeah, let's just play this recording and then we'll stop it whenever and pause it and talk about stuff.
Okay.
I'll overlay that audio onto the podcast clip and then we will fucking react to this. And it won't play. Because there's no internet connection, fucking coincidentally. Oh, because I put on airplane mode because motherfuckers are trying to call me. All right, here we go.
So we're all screwed. That's the moral of the story.
That has nothing to do with anything.
Nope. Now, what would have been really interesting is if you drop one Chinaman. We'll drop one Chinaman in the middle with the coronavirus, that 2A rally. What's going to happen? Huh?
What's the Corona slogan? The one where he's like, life's a beach or some shit.
Say dumb shit sometimes.
I didn't finish when we were talking about the coronavirus originally. Like that literally came out, and then I was walking through Walmart. I think I sent you a message like, this fucking Chinaman
came in just wearing a fucking mask.
He's wearing a mask and walked right by me and took it down and coughed. Like, God damn it.
I don't know.
Why did you walk over here? He's in the vegetable section. He didn't have to come over there. There's a whole bunch of ways around.
He's just coughing on the vegetables.
He walked. I'm not even joking. He walked.
That's a true fucking story. I remember
Chinese
that.
Guy just coughing.
He fucking walked right by me during all this stuff and fucking took his shit down and coughed.
Walked by.
He's just licking all the cucumbers.
He walked by, stick him in his ass. He's like, "Is this how I give him E. coli?"
What?
I don't know. I don't trust the news anymore. Like, I don't trust the timing of information being put out. I think it's all distractions, and it's.
He's ignoring us right now.
No, I'm just. I mean, I don't know. Who knows if the coronavirus is even around? It's just all fake.
Life's fake.
Look,
it's
New York
fake.
Times put it out, and they dominate the top of Google. I mean,
it's propaganda.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, people die from this shit. So.
Yeah. Anyway. So what's been going on, Mike? How you been, bro?
Been okay. Celebrate Martin Luther King. I couldn't say it.
Luther King.
Celebrated MLK. I'm not going to try to say his name.
By eating a mayonnaise sandwich.
Ate a mayonnaise sandwich on a fucking mountain peak. It seemed people told me it was stupid. I disagree.
Why was it stupid?
I think mayonnaise is delicious. Extra mayo. Hold the lettuce.
By the spoonful.
Okay, what's the difference between mayo and what's the other one? Mayo.
There was more to it. There's more to that section, but I don't have it prepared. I thought that's where it started. We were talking about it. But essentially, if you listen to it, it's like I asked you what you think of it now.
Yeah.
Right. So like what I took from this whole experience thus far, because I like to be fancy in my wordage, is that people have used this opportunity to seize power from the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, you can get into the conspiracy theory about is it fake or is it whatever. And now that I know somebody that had it and they told me what it was like, I don't think it's fake. I definitely like what we say in this. Like if you go back and I actually had the actual fucking thing prepared, or I was prepared for life in general. Mm-hmm. It's the way we talk about it is exactly the same as we talk, like not knowing what it is exactly the same shit that I think, and how we've been talking over the past year. Mm-hmm. What I think you would say too. It's like we all were joking about the fact that it's like, yeah, wash your hands. Like how fucking simple this is. Like, don't cough in people's faces. Like it was common sense knowledge. And I think what really it showed is how far the government will go to take power, regardless if it's real or fake. I believe it's real, but definitely not something we should be afraid of to this level. And if you're sick, stay home.
So that's,
you know what I mean?
That fucking People have that argument that, well, I can't stay home. I have to make paycheck.
And I'm not even one of those people that are like, don't go to the grocery store if you have COVID. Like, go there, wear a fucking mask if you think it helps you. Mm-hmm. Which I don't think the masks help either. Like, there's like,
and if you can't
I
order
fucking
groceries
sneezed
online.
through it the other day. I fucking sneezed through it, and it fucking you could see this dumb shit.
Oh shit!
But it made him with the
not that
fucking,
one.
Yeah,
that one works. You should buy it.
Yeah, this one. No, this mask is called, or maybe the Violent Professional one. When I sneeze through it, it screams like a death cheetah. Because it spreads COVID faster.
That had to be the Violent Professional one.
Yeah. It's made of pure COVID lung.
Nice.
Like,
okay.
It's called the masks are dumb masks because they fucking are. They don't. The only reason people could say something about this, like, you're being fucking coward by not standing up. It's like, I just want to go get a fucking cold case of Colorado Kool-Aid. Colorado.
Coldorado.
No, you know what I mean? Like, because you get hassled, and I don't want to have some fucking lunatic run up and scream at me because I'm not wearing a mask. Like, I totally.
Some people are into that.
Yeah. Like, I'm okay with people wearing masks or not wearing masks. I've seen people still do it in Safeway, like the grocery store late as fuck, and they're not wearing it. I'm not saying shit. I don't give a fuck.
I saw people at Home Depot, and it was super busy, and they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, because it's just like, yeah, it may be more contagious than the fucking cold or whatever, and maybe that's why it's more deadly. But it's like, dude, we're here 12 fucking months later after the United States got it was the first case that came on the news when we were talking about it like a couple days later, and I don't think it's any different than that, with the exception of power has been seized from the people on like a great scale. I mean, now it's kind of like people are all over wising up.
Yeah.
And businesses are going, fuck you, I'm not closing. Send me your fucking bill.
Finally.
I'll send it to fucking collections.
Yeah.
It's not it's not like the IRS is fucking fining you. It's the local government. Like, what are they going to fucking do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tell them to fucking pound
They'll
sand.
put a notice on your door.
Yeah. It's like the gym over there. They said, fuck you. Like, oh, by the way, it's illegal for you to step foot in our business to even tell us that we're doing something wrong. So fucking eat it. I thought that was like super smart, like getting lawyers involved and drafting outlining the Constitution and like saying why it would be illegal for them to come enforce it. And that's the smartest thing. And what did they do to them? Nothing.
Yep.
They didn't even touch them after that.
Yep.
And that shit was all over the fucking news. And then it also completely threw out, I mean, before there was censorship, right? Like they were censoring right thinking, and I'm not saying you're right thinking, I'm saying the conservative Republican type of thought, which I don't think anybody should. If you're a left or right person, I think just let everybody fucking say whatever they want.
Yeah.
Unless they're screaming fire in a fucking crowded building. Like, just say whatever you want.
I mean, unless there's a fire.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But like the whole, like, it shows what social media does now too, to where like people are like, there's documentaries about how evil it is from insiders of fucking people and how they put labels on shit you say, like, this may not be factually true. Fact checkers, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck does that matter?
Because they're experts.
You know what I mean? Independent fact checkers.
Yeah, like you can't decipher the shit for yourself.
Yeah.
So we have to think for you.
Yeah.
Because you're too stupid to do it yourself.
I mean, even with that, it's like if you're trying to stop misinformation spread, it's like I don't if it's something so fucking wrong like that it's going to affect humanity, maybe, you know what I mean? Like it's like it's the fucking like someone spreading pages of the Mein Kampf, like, or however you say it. And it's like maybe, but even that, it's like you're not going to read that shit unless you're looking for it. Like if you're looking for fucking Nazi propaganda, then you're going to find it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If you're looking for communist shit, you're going to find it. If you're looking for fucking Babylon Bee shit, you're going to find it. You know what I mean? Yep. Which, funny enough, people believe that that's a real news site, which is crazy because it's awesome.
Yep.
It's like The Onion and any of that shit. But that's kind of like the two things I learned through this whole time is like, people should stop. Well, a bunch of things I've learned, but like people focus too much on the federal government. Like it's a fucking clown show. Like looking at it, how everything went with Trump, how everything, like regardless of what you think of him, this is a very non-partisan type of thinking. You can't look at me and be like, oh, he's right thinking or anything like that. It's like you look at what happened with Trump over the past 4 years, what things he's said, things he's done, that like being on Twitter, which is like some of the ridiculous shit he said and some of the ridiculous shit that people have said about him. And it's like, this is how crazy that a fucking entity can get that became bigger than the United States government and more powerful in terms of information. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's I think there's two things that people, in my opinion, should start being more wise about is like their trust in government, because it's clear at this point that federal and local government really is not your friend.
No, not at all.
And they're supposed to work for you. And in the second they're not working for you, and I'm not saying like your own personal opinion, but if they're not looking out for the safety at a fucking level of their people, then you need to start fucking, one, start voting, and two, like actually start researching. Take a little bit out of your time, get off Twitter and fucking swiping left and right, and actually like look at candidates and fucking
absolutely
vote. Because like, you know, the government, the federal government, one thing, like you got to vote for the president, right? Like you should, because it affects you on a federal level, which doesn't actually affect your life on a day-to-day basis. But then you should actually be more involved in your local government, which is something that happened to me over the past 12 months.
Representatives and all that. Yeah.
Like I was actually like, when I would look at the current election, the primaries for Washington State, right?
Yeah.
That's where we're at. And I would look at the current candidate, and I don't like him, right? Like, I wouldn't go over to his house and fucking TP his shit and whatever. I would just openly say how I think he's a giant piece of shit, right? Like, I think he, but I'm not gonna, do what left, like the Antifa shit do, where they just fucking burn down whatever and scream about it.
And statue,
just all the crazy stuff that fucking people do on the left and the right. Like, I'm not going to do that, but I will, like, use whatever platform I can. If it's, like, I'm not going to think about it all the time or use every platform. Be like, this is now a political situation. Like, I will express that I don't like this person, right? Like, I think they have done more damage to the state of Washington than anybody will acknowledge, because they only vote for him in this state because they don't want somebody else to be a candidate regardless. Like if his competition was qualified or not, it's like they didn't even people don't even
it's because
fucking think about it,
because
they're just like, fuck that side.
He has so much power in this state that he's able to silence that opposition. And it's not just silencing by way of like basically not giving him a platform. You know, it's that simple. And there's so many ways to do that. Just shutting them down. And that's so, you know, if all you see is that one person, you're going to think, okay, well, he's qualified because that's all I ever see. So you see just hints of people up and coming, but you only see them in the outskirts. You think that other candidate had any representation in the middle of the city? Fuck no. They probably never even heard of the guy. Ever. Until they saw him on the final ballot, you know?
Anyway, I was getting on to something. I can't remember. That's basically one of the things that one of the many things I learned through this, among many, like, people are not prepared. They haven't prepared on a minimum level for if they can't go to the fucking Walmart and spend money on fucking just bullshit that's there. That hopefully people get more involved on a local level, because it fucking affects your life. Like, think about it. If, like, you have a different governor and you have different, like, where we're at, like, the local government had, like, the local government in the city we're at, the local government in the capital of Washington, the local government affects your life. Like, you could go across I-5 and have one set of rules. And then you could come to the river. And there's different rules, and people are going to look at you different. I think
it's nuts.
I think over here it's a little bit, even though we're so close to the Capitol, it's like right across. You could throw a fucking stone at it, right? Like right across the fucking.
We don't do that. We're not Antifa.
I'm not saying to do that. But right across the highway, essentially, then it's like it's a little bit more relaxed over here because it's more of a military community, and that they don't like. Generally, they're not going to harass the local population, but then you have Karens everywhere that kind of. But go across Olympia, and you won't be able to even walk out of your car across to fucking like a coffee shop or something, then pull your mask up. You'll have people yelling at you, like, and it's so weird to see that.
Or at least
like,
by at least staring at you for sure.
Yeah, making you feel like you want to go punch them in the face or some shit.
I go down to the farmer's market. I'm not wearing it the farmer's market's outside.
Yeah,
majority of it. So like I walk up, not now, but back in the summertime, I'm walking up. I don't have my mask on. It's fucking hot outside, and I get to the line to get into the farmer's market, and they're like taking temperatures and counting people. I'm like, we're outside.
You don't see that over this section. You don't see that on this side.
No.
You see it over there where it's like, which is fine. Like I don't really care about this
conform,
stuff. Yeah. It's kind of like like political, like the gun control thing. It's like we need more gun control, which you can get into a whole fucking thing about that. But it's like, I don't know, like. I'll go fucking do all of your tests and I'll pass and get a gun if I need it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I don't care about the mask thing so much. Like, I don't fucking care. You wear it, like, I wear it because, like, I don't want to get harassed and I don't want people to be weirded out. Like, I'm walking around. I'm not one of those fucking stand up, like, fuck you, fuck you. These are my rights. Like, I don't care. I just don't want to be harassed. And I understand the implications of, like, we're losing our rights by not standing up to it.
Yeah.
But it's like, I want to go get a fucking energy drink and not be harassed.
I agree. Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about
but you shouldn't have to. I mean,
you shouldn't have to. Right. I totally agree with you. I mean, you could go in there, but then they're not. It's like any private business.
Yeah,
they can tell you no. Yeah. You're not following our rules. Like, and even if they call the cops, they can't do shit. They can try to.
I mean, you could leave. All right, see you later. I'll just go spend my money somewhere else. They won't let me.
They could say you're fucking disturbing the peace, which is like the only thing I think they could do because you're not following the societal rules right now, right? But.
I need to make a mask that has my exact face on it.
That would be dope. Yeah.
So I walk in and then they yell at me. I'm like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah. And then you rip your face off, like zombie face. Yeah, I was going somewhere with that, and like, I don't know.
Sorry, I fucked that one up.
That's all right, man. We're talking. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about any of this? This is the Violent Professional Podcast. This isn't fucking like something important, dude. I mean, we haven't podcasted fucking 2 months or some shit. I don't know what it was.
It's been a couple weeks.
A month. Thanksgiving was the one I did.
Yeah, that's right. This is before Thanksgiving. Fucking the holiday season, man.
Yeah,
putting me to work.
But yeah, we're going somewhere with that. I think essentially, like, vote for local government. Vote for
because that's what ultimately affects you. Those are the people that actually represent you.
Yeah,
are supposed to.
And you know, I don't think. You know, as much as everybody's freaking out or not freaking out about Biden, I think we're going to be all right for the next 4 years. And this is one thing, I'm more kind of like right leaning, right? I'm central
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think more libertarian minded, but I don't fucking know, so I can't label myself. But I think what's going to happen is it's going to. I think personally it's going to be like, look at all the bad shit happening and now it's going to be forced in your face. Not on a great level because it's just going to be like Fox News and shit, but it's going to start to get annoying where it's like all the stuff about Biden's son and all that stuff. It's just going to be fucking nonstop. Like, get him out of office, get him out of office. So it's like, if there was more right leaning fucking media, it would be the same way. Like, it would be overwhelming. Like the left.
Yeah,
they're the same fucking thing. They just, and it's frustrating to like watch that how fucking divided it is. Like, they just like everything becomes this fucking notebook would be a political issue.
It's
like,
so
I think
nuts because it's
fucking trees are getting killed by that. And
back in the day, it used to be several parties, and now it's just fucking split right down the middle, and you either lean left or lean right. There is no fucking other party to lean to.
There's other parties,
forward, you can't lean back. Like, what the fuck?
There's like one person in in the house that's libertarian.
Yeah.
They finally fucking made it, but it's like no one will buy off on it. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? You got skin
But
suit
we've
lady.
talked about that
Yeah.
just because the representation is so fucked up.
It's crazy.
you know?
But yeah, that's COVID in a nutshell for me. Like, I
Ba-doom-tsh. Remember the Chinese seeds?
you do. We're bringing it back. I thought it was funny to listen to that while I was gathering all the fucking clips for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, we talk about it the same way.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing as it was back then. It's just like, I think we didn't know what it was back then as a people.
Yep.
But we talk about it the same way, like, and it's no different than what we thought about it. Because it was like a thing that people were kind of making fun of at first, right?
Yeah.
And then it became like a real thing because it's on the media and like,
And they're telling you how many
Yeah.
people have died worldwide.
yeah, and
All that shit.
and then it came back around to like, look at the curve, right? It came
Yeah.
back around to where it's like, oh, it's the same thing as what we thought it was. It's
Yeah.
fucking not that big of a deal. And don't go around your fucking grandparents. It's just like if you were sick with the flu, your mom as a kid would tell you, you're going to stay home. We're going to go to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Like,
You're not going to
you're
go to
sick.
school. You have the flu.
yeah. It's
you know?
no fucking different.
Yeah.
But they took it to such an extreme level of, and while it is a different thing, it's no different in the way you should be treating it. Wash your fucking hands, fucking poop butt ass motherfuckers. I thought that was the weirdest thing as I was listening to it. I was like, this is fucking crazy. It's like we have a time machine going back.
Yeah.
I'll try to find out that clip and then I'll send it to you,
Cool.
so you can listen to it, or you can just listen to the fucking episode.
I could just do that. It's probably easier.
Yeah, it's episode
Or
40.
I'll just make you do all the work.
Yeah. Well, I got to get those clips.
I need you
anyway.
to send me that clip.
I still want to do an episode with like you, David, and I, because I speak grammatically correct
Good job.
all the time. Never fucking fuck that up or say like. One of the things I can work on next year is not saying like and That's one thing I fucking
It's hard.
say it all the
It
time.
is hard to do.
Yeah.
It is hard to do.
If I'm concentrating on it, like I'm.
Son of a
If I'm concentrating on it, I have to say like right there. No, if I'm concentrating on it and reading a script, I can do it. Or,
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop talking about it. Strikeforce Energy is a fucking fantastic fucking drink. You know, you get that shit and you fucking wake up in the morning. You know, it came in on the fucking Pony Express. You know, Paul Revere himself, if he was alive, he would have brought that shit right into your fucking suck hole. He'd take the fucking pump bottle, insert it into your face, and smash the top so you get that fucking natural flavor enhancer in your body. Now, I don't know if it's natural, but it sure as hell tastes like it belongs in my body. And it should belong in your body too. So go ahead, go to StrikeForceEnergy.com and use code EvilVibes at checkout and you get 20% off all of the shit that they have on their store. That includes fucking water bottles to put Strikeforce Energy in. It involves hats, cats. I don't know if they sell cats, but they probably should, you know. Get fucking as hyped as you can on fucking Strikeforce Energy like a cat on catnip, speaking of which. And with, you know, the hustle and bustle of busy life, why would you waste time going to the fucking gas station or the grocery store to get you a fucking energy drink when you could just have that shit on your counter ready to go? You get the pump bottle, you get the fucking packets, you squirt that shit in water, boom, you're fucking done and off to the races. Anyway, go to StrikeForceEnergy.com, use code EvilVibes for 20% off your entire order of Strikeforce Energy. The next thing, and this goes with COVID because I thought I came up with this idea and I was going to talk to Jeremy on a stream. We're planning streams. Oh, by the way, go follow us on Twitch. Go to twitch.tv/violentprocast because they're fucking buttholes that won't let you put Violent Professional, just like Twitter.
Yeah.
I couldn't put Violent. Nobody took Violent Professional and said, name available. And it says, you can't have this many characters. Like, you fucking sons of bitches, dude. Anyway,
VioPro.
you can follow us on YouTube, Twitch, and fucking other places. But if you want to watch us play video games, and fucking me and Mark,
some vid games.
me and Mark rage out, fucking watching Jacob fucking kill everyone while we're getting shot with one bullet. we're on there. But also we're going to be doing live streams like I did. If you check it out, we got David. We got David coming to the stage where we just watch YouTube. YouTube's the Spirit of Truth video. Where he's like reading from the Bible. Jesus Christ. That fucking dude. Yeah, we watch ridiculous YouTube videos and Amazon reviews, and it's a lot of fun. We just sat there and bullshitted. So go check that out. We do streams from time to time, and we're going to start. Yeah. But, I proposed this question to my buddy Jeremy, but I wonder what your thoughts are on it. If aliens exist, we have heard that they're here and they've been here already, and there's a base on Mars. You read all this shit, right?
Yeah.
It's all confirmed that this is the case, that it's as ridiculous as it sounds. No one thought about this. Maybe someone brought it up, but what if they're viruses and bacteria? What if there's a fucking microscopic alien that's here, that's among us, and I'm not talking about gray people, I'm just talking about a fucking alien virus that's an actual maybe little fucking alien that came on
a tiny ship.
Yeah, it came on a tiny ship. It was jacking its little alien dick and it came on a ship. No, but imagine that shit. What do you think about that? Do you believe that aliens exist? Shouldn't be asking that because that's one of my questions on the cards we're going to do. But you can answer it later if you get it. Do you believe that aliens exist? And talk about that.
Oh
man, dude,
cool
story, bro. Give me that shit.
Yeah, I mean, they have to. It's an awful waste of space. You want it? You look like you fucking want it.
Getting amped up.
I'm amped. I'm amped over this rain.
Amped up for this
Isn't there an amp energy drink too?
Yes, there is.
I took some of this thermogenic fuel and I'm on it. Yes, I think aliens exist. No, I'm not crazy for thinking that because millions of people do. I don't know about them being really, really tiny.
My phone's dead.
I can imagine it being some kind of virus from them or maybe bioengineered, but do they have... I don't know. It depends on how long they've been
Why
here.
couldn't there be a fucking ant, like a water bear?
There totally could be a water bear, but I don't think that...
There are water bears.
Yeah, okay,
I'm saying like a water bear. You don't have to fucking say, I think there's water bears. Maybe I believe in the water bear.
If it's a small enough entity with a brain that...
You sound ridiculous right now.
Has the same quantifiable power as a human brain, but
Why
it's
does
that
it have
small...
To be? Why does it have to be a human brain?
Well, because that's what I'm comparing it to right now.
Yeah.
So if it was microscopic and it had the same comparable brain power as a human, or more experience, more extreme,
more sexual experience,
sexually prone to if it was a smart being, right? And if it was that small, I guess it could be a thing that's kind of throwing it back to like thinking, MIB. Where they had like the galaxy and a fucking marble and shit.
I was thinking that maybe alien, like one of the alien species, could be a fucking virus, like size thing that caused
and it just comes here.
It's like
to
a bug or something.
Living things.
Maybe it's like not a.
Yeah, that's possible.
Like
that's possible.
A thinking,
anything's possible.
Like a thinking bug. Maybe it's like the brain power of an ant, and it just fucking or like a virus. Like how does a fucking viruses don't have brains?
So are you saying like how? Oh. In my mind, when you said alien, I'm thinking like it came here like purposefully
on a tiny ship.
So if how does it produce that ship though? If it has a brain power,
it's got little hands.
You know what I mean, ants can't create a space shuttle, so it's
who knows what they're doing. Have you been in the woods and seen those fucking anthills? Maybe there's a tiny rocket in there.
Maybe we always crush them before they.
You fucking take a stick and there's like that's what they're doing. They're building a
son of a bitch.
They're like a bunch of 3D printers, like
these damn humans.
Things. Yeah,
they keep ruining our space shuttles.
Those fucking things are protected for some reason.
Fuck.
I never have thrown sticks through them like a spear.
Have you ever never mind.
If I ever fucked the ant.
No.
How do you know my secrets?
I have never done this, but I've seen a snake thrown on an anthill.
I have never done this. I've seen a slug thrown on an anthill. Tell me about the snake.
Gross.
What happened with the snake?
I've watched it happen, but it was like wiggling around, and those ants fucked it up. It's dead.
Oh yeah,
they ate it.
So ants are fucking interesting as shit, dude.
They are.
If you watch like how they work and how many generations they stay alive, how the fucking colonies are all linked together, and like
There's like 10,000 ants for every human on Earth.
How they're mostly female and they have the same fucking DNA essentially, and then something switches and they become bigger, or they became a worker, and like
they can choose a new queen.
Yeah.
All that
it's
shit.
fucking crazy how the queens like stay alive for seasons and then fucking the rest of them die and shit.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking crazy. That's a whole fucking study right there.
Yeah.
That's an alien world in itself.
That's an episode we can fucking go down an ant
fucking
hill on.
ants. An anthill of information. So you think aliens, like so you're more in tune with the fucking idea of we could catch viruses from them.
I think it's absolutely possible, but I think more along the lines of a virus being something it's produced here that's just mutated, because we've had coronaviruses in the past. It's a respiratory illness.
Yeah, it's like the common cold shit too.
Yeah, so it just changes a little bit and continues. That's why vaccines and stuff always have to be updated. You know, if it was alien technology in my mind, or just alien virus, or that's just what they did, they just came and infected human bodies or something, I feel like we'd already be dead, because they would have moved on to the next place. I don't think that if something came to a planet to infect and live off of, that we'd have anything left.
Yeah. Can you pull up the article with the Israeli science chief or whatever? There's actually a thing that came out I just saw before my phone died. There's a fucking radioactive beam coming from Alpha Centauri right now, they found.
Nice. I love radioactive beams in my butthole. What was that?
Go ahead, type in aliens.
I almost put radioactive beam.
Just type in aliens.
Maybe I should do that. Radioactive
something. I don't think that's going to be anything.
Beam from
Alpha Centauri.
Alpha Centauri.
There's a bunch of centaurs running around.
How do you fly to Alpha Centauri in just 20 years? Ride a laser beam. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, that's the fucking the tricky part is when if we're able to,
it's a 150-year journey to Alpha Centauri.
Yeah, and so like the only way that we would be able to go there is you have to control gravity. You have to be able to generate gravity. Like they think that the alien spacecraft, this sounds ridiculous, but the alien spacecraft to get there, because there's nothing on planet Earth right now we know of that can produce like the ability to travel there within a human lifetime. So like even because it takes so long, right? Like I just listened to this dude talk about like space travel, and it's like, explosive propellant isn't powerful enough and it won't last as long. You can't go faster and faster with it. There's a termination point to that. You can only go so fast with explosive thrust power. Mm-hmm. Just like when I'm fucking thrusting in my fucking hand.
So what am I looking at?
Just type in aliens and it comes up. Not the Aliens movie. Aliens.
Israeli scientists Alpha Centauri.
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff in here. There's scientists find a planet that might be another Earth. Billionaire fame cosmologist.
The Israeli dude.
These are all Israel. Harvard astronomer has an inalienable gravitation to interstellar study. Proxima Centauri flare burst doesn't bode well for exoplanet habitability.
Let me pick one. Billionaire famed cosmologist unveils plan to reach Alpha Centauri. Get the fuck out of here.
It'll take 150 years, but we'll get there. We just might be dead
aliens.
bodies.
Let's just type in aliens. Aliens in the attic. That's a great flick. Alien. This one right there.
Just pulls up alien porn. Whoa, you don't see that.
Oh, look at his two tentacle cocks.
Former Israeli space security chief says extraterrestrials exist and Trump knows about it. A galactic federation has been waiting for humans to reach a stage where we will understand what space and spaceships are without freaking the fuck out.
There's a whole bunch of implications with that.
There is, absolutely. Former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward.
Just like this? Let's both do it.
Oh!
Whoa! Holy shit!
eyebrows shooting heavenward.
The fucking
By
eyebrows
saying-
just shoot up into heaven. It's just like, fuck my eyebrows. I wanted my eyebrows.
By saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrials from a galactic federation.
Extra testicles.
Extra testicles from a balgastic federation.
They spoke about it in the back of their throat as they jiggled on their chin.
The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. So
The fucking spaceships are talking now?
exactly. The fucking okay.
What's
You
happening?
You lost me, Israeli
I
scientists.
think they're lying.
Humanity is not ready yet. His name is Chaim Ished. Chaim Ished. Chaim
You gotta
Ished.
say it like all Jewishy. Chaim in the fucking Morgan Targan.
He's the former head of the Israeli Defense Ministry's Space Directorate.
Crazy pants.
He told blah blah blah. The interview in Hebrew ran on Friday, and they gained traction in parts were published in English by the Jerusalem Post on Tuesday. Let me find some interesting shit. Here we go.
The whole thing is
Ished
interesting.
said cooperation agreements had been signed between two species, including an underground base in the depths of Mars, where there are American astronauts and alien representatives. This is MIB. It's like the storyline to fucking Men in Black.
So
dude.
what's funny is this article is just coming out because this dude said some shit. But literally when Snowden was fucking did the WikiLeaks shit, they already were talking about this. Harry Reid.
Yeah.
Who was Obama's right-hand dude and fucking the spaceman for fucking the U.S. They have memos of him talking about our ET allies. Like, they've already been talking about it. So, like, this isn't fucking...
Well, he talks about there's an agreement between U.S. government and the aliens. They signed...
that was in that fucking
They signed a contract with us to do experiments here. So...
It's just sort of new information.
So do they
Like,
speak English? Like, what the fuck?
They have... I mean, how the fuck do you talk to them?
Right?
How the
But
fuck do
we
you
don't
talk
know.
to them?
Wait, maybe you like put your finger in each other's butthole and it just like beams the information back and forth. Or
I
something.
wonder. I wonder if, like, if they
I've
finally
never tried
come out,
that.
they come out with information, and they're like,
calm down, Inslee.
they come out with information. It's a great time, Washingtonians. It's a great time for Washingtonians.
Sorry, I fucked that up.
That's fine. This whole thing's fucked up. I wonder, like, this is what I wonder about them. Do they have a sense of humor?
Yeah.
Are they creative?
listening to this podcast right now?
Are they word for word? Like, they are non-binary star children that come here and they're just like, we don't understand your ways.
What if they're
Like I said it like Native Americans. How? The white man in office.
What if the natives are aliens?
Dude, they say that they're already here. We could be
We could be
fucking aliens.
Shit.
No, but there's some stuff I read about how, like, some people might have, like,
Alien
if this
genes.
is possible,
Yeah.
the whole theory about, like,
Star
how
children.
aliens seeded the planet.
Yeah.
And that's why you see them all over fucking old-time pictures and fucking things. And we became too wild. Like, we became way too wild and dangerous for them. And, like, think about that. Aliens that, like, they could wipe us out, right? If they're so far ahead, they're just like, we build the technology. We can manipulate gravity and shit, and they can just wipe us out. But if they are peaceful and they don't want conflict, and they just were like, let's fucking seed the planet. Put our seed all over it and fucking make some fucking monkey people do this. You know, because there's theories
send
about
some
that.
of these seeds and say they're from China.
Come up behind. He's like, oh, you want this fucking alien dick monkey? Let me stick my fucking finger in your puss. Oh, monkey puss. And then he just bangs him, and then he's like, seed of the planet, bitch.
They're just throwing viruses down on the fucking earth. Just fucking salt baying that bitch.
Yeah.
Just here's some fucking corona.
That's another thought I just thought of. I thought about a thought.
Oh.
If they created diseases to control the population, like a purging
test it
fire
out.
of the fucking wilderness,
It's like, oh.
because they're like, if we fucking, he's like, fucking Zarnot, if we fucking seed this planet, dog, they're gonna go too wild and crazy and get fucking nuclear warheads and shit. And he's like, you're fucking crazy. And
No,
then
that's already happened.
they stick their fucking fingers in the monkey puss, and the monkey's just like, I just want bananas. And he's just like, you fucking
I'll
take
give you
this
a banana.
and they're fucking color changing, so he turns it into a.
Wait, color changing bananas?
No, they're like a chameleon. They can fucking
Oh, the
change their
alien.
colors. So, like, he's he changed the color of his dick to be like a banana, and it even like the tip came out like it's the fucking like the thing that you peel.
I feel like the monkey would just eat it.
He just peels it with his feet, and they're like, "Fuck this planet!" And they get off the rock, and they're like, "Screw this! What did we do?" And they're just peeling fucking alien dicks with their feet, their monkey feet. That's what happened, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I was going somewhere with that. I don't fucking know.
You fucking went way over there with it. This one.
Yeah. No, but what if we became too wild and they're just like, fuck it, and they're peaceful aliens? But think about it, dude. How many fucking gun-toting, fucking extremely religious people would shoot an alien in the face?
I mean, I'm not extremely religious, but I'm gun-toting.
But that makes a lot of sense. If there is aliens, which there is a probability they're fucking looking at us, whatever. Like we've talked about the aliens, like an ant farm thing.
Mm-hmm. What if we're the ant farm?
If you could travel, even with a fucking machine gun, and you go to, and you're like, we don't go to that planet. It's kind of like if the galaxy is a neighborhood and you're driving to certain parts of town, you're like, oh, we're not going to cut across town.
I don't need to go over there.
It's kind of like that.
Like, that's where the homeless people
I would
live.
imagine. Because even you with a machine gun going to fucking, what's the place right over here?
Tanglewild?
Even you going to Tanglewild in the deep sections of that shit, like,
where I used to live.
Or like the fucking, even with the machine gun, would you go to certain sections of Tacoma?
No, because somebody would probably try to take it from me.
No, but you know what I mean? Like,
yes, I know what you mean.
So why would aliens, even if they were able to obliterate us, why would they go to a certain section of the galaxy?
Yeah, they're like, what? Those fucking humans, man.
Supposedly, they were fucking right around the corner, like 12 light years, which is still, you die in the trip.
Why are those humans sucking each other's dicks?
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Dude, that's so weird. They're fucking crazy. Oh, imagine that, too. And they come out and be like, you guys are doing it all wrong. Like, you're not supposed to be this. You're not going to progress humanity-wise. You can't have babies. Like, that's the whole fucking point. That's why we came down here. It's like, shut up. You fucked a monkey and created me, so fuck off, Dad. That would be a sitcom on Netflix.
That's the story. That's the creation story.
My dad, the alien.
The alien fucking a monkey. That's in the Bible now. It's just
That's also like how diehard religious people, which even if there's aliens out there, it doesn't disprove anything.
No, not at all.
It's just not in that.
Your creation theory is still valid.
Yeah, but whatever. Any thoughts?
Anywho,
any thoughts?
I have lots
About
of
anything?
thoughts about stuff. Are you talking still about aliens, or
Sure. I'm trying to get away from just going, okay, next thing. Now
I feel like aliens, if they're advanced enough and there's a galactic federation, that it would be a little more open than it is now, unless it's fairly new. I don't think it's been happening for a long time, if it is happening at all, because there would be way more leaked out about it.
Well, think about how close we are to being able to fucking go places, and we were like just right now, like we're closer than ever to getting out into to Mars and shit.
Yeah.
If we can build a base on the moon, what they say, it's like, oh, now we're gonna be like accelerating forward.
Yeah, especially
like that's
because they say like part of the moon or like the soils in the moon could be used with like nitrogen stuff to create a fuel to get us further out. Yeah, makes sense.
If you like on that note,
base. It's like a gas station.
On that note, if we knew there was a planet with a bunch of people or creatures or fucking monkey people or whatever, and they were building these urban tree forts, and we had a situation where we were discovered that we were watching them, we're like, oh, we got to go talk to these people.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the same thing fucking happen if we were more advanced than them? Like, wouldn't that be something? Or would we just go and be like, fuck, there's monkeys, and you set all the trees on fire and shit?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a hard concept to think about without it, something like that happening and us being a part of it. It's I would like to think that nothing would come here and just try to obliterate us, but maybe it's done on accident.
They would have done it, I think, already.
Yeah,
it would have already
very,
happened.
very true. Very true. Maybe,
anyway,
maybe that's why they haven't really come out, like been like that. I mean, you got to think of it in the context of the microbial and the fucking biological. Like, can we even be in the same vicinity? Like, if I'm sitting next to this alien, is he going to immediately die from all the bacteria that's on my body?
Or vice versa?
Yeah. It's a very odd concept to think about. Or are they going to have to wear a fucking suit when they come down, you know?
Yeah.
Are they wearing a skin suit? Like, who the fuck knows?
And what if they come down here in their suits and it's like super offensive? Like,
yeah.
It's like shit we didn't think it's like a fucking Klan robe or some shit. It looks like that. We're like, do you think all the woke people would scare them away? Be like, we just made alien contact and you're telling them his fucking Klan robe is not good enough for the human population? Get out of here.
Oh, they'll be canceled quick.
Yeah, dude, canceling aliens.
Yeah. It'll happen.
Anyway.
They'll put them in camps.
Yeah, dude. And they can't get off to tell everybody it's fucking horrible. They're just probing our assholes now.
All the Jews were aliens. That's what it is.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know.
They tried to kill them off. God damn it.
It's always been questionable. Like, why has, societies for the longest time tried to kill all of them?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, they make awesome movies. Uncanna is a CBD company. They make all kinds of CBD products which help people get over shit like anxiety, aches and pains, and general bullshit of the world. Uncanna takes the edge off of life. Everybody's talking about CBD. There's a lot of great companies out there. But if I'm going to pick a company to put in my fucking body, I'm going to choose Uncanna. You go to uncanna.com, you use code VIOPRO, you get 25% off of all of the CBD products. At least go there and research. They got plenty of information, some fact sheets, the data on how pure and safe their product truly is. What do you have to lose, kids? Go check it out on Canada.com and make sure you use VioPro at checkout for 25% off your entire order of CBD. First question. We're going right into it, dude. So we're doing a segment here on the podcast.
Oh, shit.
It's like a little game show where it's like random questions we both drew.
These are violent professional questions.
Violent professional cue cards that we don't know what's coming.
Right. Would you rather have hiccups for the rest of your life or feel like you have to shit constantly?
Good question.
Fuck.
There's a lot worse ones, but I was like afraid of
here's my
talking
mentality
about
of it, though. Like
shit.
if you let's avoid that one. Is it just feeling like you have to shit?
Can
you tell the difference between actually having to shit or just feeling?
No, it's like you have a turtle head poking out.
Oh man.
And you you would go and
so
check and be like, God damn, I can't poo. Or you never know if you have to shit or not. Like actually,
or you don't know if you just have a stench of shit. You're walking into a crowded room. Are you sure?
It's like if you have a turtle head poking out. There are people like, dude, go take a shit. You smell like garbage,
yeah,
bro. You have a fucking giant turd hanging out your butt.
If you have, I mean, we have kids, and your kid has probably had
that's
something
different.
like
They
that
should
at
actually
one point or
shit
another.
their pants.
That's true.
And you can tell them dancing around and stuff.
We're just walking funny. I don't know if I have to shit. I just feel like I have to. I'm just gonna walk all funny.
Imagine if people did the pee-pee dance when they were. I mean, sure, people do that, but they're like sitting there talking and they're like going like this. You're like, God damn it, Mark, go to the bathroom, bro. Like,
I don't know if I have to go.
Oh, I don't know yet.
I just feel like I have to go.
You probably wouldn't do the pee-pee dance.
I would rather have hiccups because somebody might just think of me.
You know how fucking miserable that is?
It would be miserable. It would. But I would rather have hiccups than have to feel like I have to shit or just feel like I have to shit constantly.
I think it might be the other way around.
Feel like you have to shit constantly.
I cannot stand...
Oh, like you would rather have to shit constantly or feel like you have to shit constantly.
I could not stand hiccups. I fucking hate them. Like it's like...
So do I.
It's the fucking worst. I don't think... There's no win-win in that.
There is not. But I choose the hiccups. Okay. You choose the shitting.
I choose that I feel like I have to shit all day.
All right.
So this one's for me, right?
This one is for you.
Okay. Oh, I did get one of yours.
Nice.
If you survived the apocalypse... I can't say things. What would your job be, assuming you needed to barter or produce some kind of goods? Well, I would podcast, sir. No. Well, I mean, if I could look at like my trade, screen print, I could produce fucking t-shirts for the end of eternity and just fucking murder myself afterwards.
Where would you get those shirts
God
from?
damn it. I don't know. I think I would be more of like a coyote or some shit. Like not like the idiots think of fucking traveling people across coyote back, but I think I might be maybe security or some shit. Like use my knowledge from a previous life.
Yeah.
Like one that I've lived, not like I was reincarnated or something, but like use
your expertise.
That would be more like, I don't think like it doesn't interest me to like see a job advertisement for contracted security positions at all. Like that's not like, because a lot of dudes will do that. They'll
just what they know.
over.
Yeah.
But I think in those terms, I think I would be more than willing to pick up my rifle again to go fucking help people with whatever, like travel across a dangerous section of town or fucking be their personal security or something like that. Because it's like, it's almost like I'm more of an independent type of, I hate having jobs type of stuff. That's why I do my own thing.
Yep.
But I think that's kind of what I would do if I had an apocalypse type of scenario.
I feel like half the people, if they heard this question, would be like, I'd be a farmer, I'd grow food. Yeah. Something simple. No, I'd be an alien wrangler. Fucking alien.
That's what I would do. What would you do?
Alien wrangler, like you'd ride them after?
Yeah.
Or like, I'm in.
Especially if they're dick-footed fish people.
If I had to choose some type of profession after that, maybe I would produce some kind of hard good. Like this dick. No.
Just producing hard goods constantly. In an uncomfortable manner.
I feel like I'd be a collector of sorts, and then I would probably try to sell those things or barter with them.
You'd be a traveling salesman.
No, not a
I would be your
salesman.
security.
There we go. That works. I would be a collector of things and have my own place where people would come and be like, that's like the general store, but he's got cool shit.
Are we thinking terms of like, what's that movie where they got all these crazy vehicles? Like any apocalypse thing, like it's all fucking janky.
Oh, like Mad Max type of shit.
The whole world is a desert.
If it did that crazy. If it was, then I'd probably just go around taking other people's stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, not like weak people's stuff, but I'd go after the shit bags and just take their shit.
It's kind of, it's weird because like we've seen kind of what maybe, I don't even know if you could equate it to an apocalypse almost, like not like the whole world fucking collapses and society breaks down into nothing, but you kind of got a taste of it. There's a lot of unprepared motherfuckers out there. Oh, absolutely. Especially when it comes to their buttholes.
I'm going to buy all the toilet paper.
People looking back from like the Plymouth era are like, wait, they got stuff to wipe their asshole with?
Yeah.
We just use our hand, you idiots.
Just sat in the river.
Yeah, dude. Is this for you?
Yep.
That's one of my questions.
Man, we're doing good.
Come on, dude. I only have like 2 ridiculous ones on there.
Eat a pie filled with baby shit, or eat a powdered donut powdered with dandruff. I choose the dandruff.
Holy shit. Yeah.
I will eat that fucking dandruff. That's a whole lot of powdered dandruff donut, but definitely the dandruff donut.
Dandruff donut. That's fucking fierce, dude. But I would too, because eating skin is better than eating shit from
Absolutely.
a baby.
Well, it's dead skin too.
I got one of yours.
We fucking did this right.
What is something crazy you've done in another country? Dude, I keep my shit legit. I don't want to talk about like
you
Middle East
don't have to pick the Middle East thing. I'm
trying to think. Oh yeah, I do. Like, I guess this is crazy. When I was in Germany, I was living in Germany for 2 years. I guess it's kind of crazy. It's nothing. It just has to do with a blowjob, but not a blowjob because I didn't get a blowjob. I got something way less cool. I was. And it's not illegal, but it's just fucking, I guess this is crazy as shit because I don't really do too much crazy shit other than skydive and fucking whatever. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was living in Germany. I was out with some buddies and we were like just partying on the weekend and shit. And we would like, there's all these crazy weird fucking places. And there was this fucking horse bar or something, and it was like not where horses go to drink, but it's like
you had me there.
You walk. It's called the horse bar because it's like It's got a big painting of a horse in there, and like different horse things.
Yeah.
And
So it'd be like the Winchester, and it's got a rifle above the thing.
yeah, something like that. So you go and in this super fancy section of town, right by my buddy Ron's house, who's on like one of the hidden episodes.
Yeah.
My roommate at the time for a while, but we were in Germany together, and we would go out to this place called the Horse Barn. I can't remember what it was actually called, but in the front section,
Horse cock bar is a gay bar.
Horse bar. There's a bunch of fucking horses, and they were getting ready to trample everybody. The front part is a super fancy section of it, and it's like couches and stuff, and it's just a laid back environment. It's not like dance music or anything like that. But then you could walk through this hallway, and there's like pissers and shit, and then in the back there's like the dance club. So it's like two sections essentially. And I think it used to be a horse stable or something back in the fucking
nice
whatever ages. And really nice section of Germany is in a city called Wiesbaden, one of the most wealthy sections that didn't get bombed during the war. And so we're there, and I meet this beautiful blonde-haired girl,
horsewoman.
Yeah, she's a horse lady. She's fucking talking to me and going, "Brr," when I was so hammered I thought she was a human. She's wearing clothes and shit. It was super weird. No, but let me fucking shit, dude. This episode's gonna kill me, bro. This whole fucking thing. Anyway, so there's I met this beautiful blonde girl, like European type of thing, and we are start talking. She's obviously like Eastern European, and come to find out she's from Kazakhstan.
Okay.
And you would think like Borat type of looking, like whatever, but she wasn't. She was just like,
it's not a shit show places.
I mean, there is sections of that everywhere, but like there's sections that are just like nice and whatever. And she's so we were hanging out for the rest of the night, and like we go and go to this place to get a donor, which is like a fucking pita, essentially, like a Greek euro or gyro. You say that. That's like super political too if you say gyro wrong or whatever.
Euro.
Yeah. Like I went to fucking Arby's the other day and I said like, let me get a fucking spicy gyro, and they're like, euro? You want a euro? And I'm like, yeah, I will have 2 fucking gyros. And they're like, a euro? And I'm like, are we really? You work for fucking minimum wage. Fancy pants, get the fuck out of here.
Now I want some Arby's.
Yeah, it's good. Uber Eats. So we're fucking hanging out, and it's like a bunch of us, like a group of the people that were out, and we go get these donor kebabs is what they're called. And as I get mine, and she didn't get shit from what I remember. She just pulled me into like a little alleyway and fucking goes down on her knees, and I'm like, fuck yeah! Like,
as you're eating,
I'm eating the fucking thing, and I'm fucking 3 sheets of the wind. But before I was blacked out, and she fucking goes down there like she's about to give me a blow bob. But then
what if they're called blow bobs?
Just dry jerks my dick, and I'm eating a fucking donor kebab, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever, and it was like right out in public, and then that was it. Like that was the fucking end of my night. And
sweet,
you think like, oh, I went back to her place, where I was like, no, she said goodbye with a dry dick jerked hand, and then fucking left me with a boner on the middle of a street next to a fucking a donor kebab. Yeah, nice lady. Anyway,
man, that's it. I had a pretty crazy experience in Japan.
Let's hear about it.
Well, I was 18. I was 18.
You sure you want to get into this?
I'm fucking doing it.
All right, do it.
I was 18, bought a ticket to Japan, and went there for 3 weeks by myself. That was pretty crazy in itself. Culture shock. I had studied Japanese for 4 years before I even went. Didn't work too well.
Yeah.
The stuff they teach you in school is not what you experience on the street in fucking Japan. So I fly into Osaka, and I'm lost for the first 24 hours with a fucking suitcase, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It's a rolling suitcase. I wasn't carrying it, you know. Anyways, this is back in 2004. It's quite a while ago. I'm not that... Damn, I'm old now. Fuck. And you're older than me, you fucking old man. Shit. Anyways, I make my way backpacking and taking the Shinkansen, bullet train, and all that shit all the way up to Tokyo.
Excuse me, what?
Sorry.
I don't speak Spanish.
I took the bullet train.
Okay, cool.
All the way up to Tokyo. Bullet train's kind of cool because you can like be on this train and it turns like going fucking 180 miles per hour, however the fuck fast it goes, and you can just walk down the aisle, but you're like looking out the window and you can see the sky on one side, like the ground on the other. You're like, holy shit, because of gravitational pull and all that. Anyways. I get to Tokyo and I spent a lot of time in Tokyo when I was there. Industrial area. I went to the base outside Shibuya and stuff. It's just the military base over there. There's a lot of Americans that go around, so there's more English speaking stuff. So I spent a lot of time there. I met some breakdancers. That was cool. Danced with them.
Yeah,
for a
we've
while.
talked about you being a breakdancer.
Yeah.
So dude's gonna spin on his head. It's like a hidden feature that
I'm just start.
We're gonna fill in the section that was completely fucked up of this episode with breakdance videos.
So, I met up with my cousin there. Okay, I'm not gonna say his name or anything. It's part of the cool story.
Less incriminating.
He takes me out to the industrial part of Tokyo. Okay, and we meet some of the drifters. Like, you know, you're thinking Tokyo Drift racing in a fucking parking garage. That shit's not real. This is in the industrial area. It's way less popular. It's like an in-crowd thing where, you know, if you don't know about cars, you're not there. You don't even know where the fuck to go. So we get deep into this industrial area and there's intersections and stuff, and there's these cars just parked like on the sides of these corners, and we stop and we walk down and we're waiting for these people to drift. We're like, this is gonna be some cool shit.
Yeah.
I met a lot of the drivers and a lot of like mechanics. They have D1 mechanics that like actually work in that industrial area, and there's cool cars fucking everywhere. So we're waiting on these street corners and nobody's fucking driving. Nobody's going around these corners drifting, doing anything cool. So we're like, man, it's just cool to look at cars, but we're kind of bored now. So my cousin's like, hey, let me just get in the car. He had a little K car at the time. K car is kind of like a Geo Metro, but this one was like the power of a Geo Metro. K cars, a lot of times, the newer ones, the newer ones are like turbo and shit, and they go fast. But this one was just a piece of shit. So we get in, and he's like, check this shit out. And he's driving up to one of the intersections where all the people are. There's maybe like 15 cars or 20 cars or something. And he fucking goes through the light and pulls his little e-brake and slides a little bit. And we're like, oh, that was fucking stupid. And granted, so he's on the right side because it's, you know, you drive right-hand side in Japan. I'm on the left side. And I'm looking at him like, you're a fucking fag, you know. That was dumb. And he drives through, and we're just having a good laugh, and we're about to leave. And
you meant fag in the term of he sucks guys' dicks.
Yeah, just as an insult, you know.
Yeah.
So,
and he
not
was
that
doing
he was
that.
really a fag. But we get through the intersection, he's driving, we're having a good time, and then we look in the rearview mirror. Well, he looks in the rearview mirror, I can see out the window, and, you know. Anyways, there's lights behind us. There's a fucking cop, a Japanese cop. So we're like, oh, shit.
Like, he's like,
that's
you
why,
have disrespected my family.
That's why nobody was drifting, is because the cops were watching. They were just waiting to pull somebody over.
You dumb American.
Do you American? So he's like, oh, shit. And he starts doing this rocking back and forth thing. And I'm like, you gonna pull over? And he's like, this isn't my car. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean it's not your car? He's like, somebody gave it to me.
Yeah,
I don't have a license. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't have a fucking license? We're driving in a fucking country we're not from, in a car that's not yours, and you don't have a fucking license to drive here?
Nuts.
So we're driving, and he's like, I can't pull over. I'm not going to jail. I'm like, I'm not going to jail in a foreign country. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they're going to hit your fucking knuckles with bamboo sticks, dude.
Put that thing up my asshole, you know? I don't want that to happen.
Fucking torture, motherfucker. Bamboo shoots underneath your nails.
I'm a fragile 18-year-old at this point, you know?
You still are.
So supple.
Yeah.
So,
you're all of those
good
things
skin,
right now. Yeah.
You know?
You're a supple 18-year-old.
With good skin.
Yeah.
So,
sorry, I forgot that last part. I'm sorry.
I don't know how to react at this point because he just keeps driving and we're just taking all these turns. I thank God he knew where he was going in this industrial area because there's tons of turns and stuff. But we were probably 5 minutes into this car chase, and we're the lead car, if you know what I mean. And we look back and there's like 12 cops at this point.
Fucking dope. Were
I'm
you
like,
scared as fuck at this point?
You know, honestly, I wasn't scared. I was more like, well, what the fuck do I like? I don't know what I'm.
What?
Like I looked at the cops when they pulled up next to us at one point, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know how to react. So I wasn't like, my heart wasn't beating. I was just like, well, if we get caught, I guess I'll just go to the authorities and I'll be like, I don't know what the fuck happened, honestly. If I go to jail, then fuck it.
I mean,
this is my life now.
He fucked you.
He did. He did.
You throw that motherfucker under the bus.
But
this is your cousin, right?
Yeah.
Throw him under the bus. Be like, fuck you, you dumb shit. Family doesn't.
It was him.
I mean, if brothers and fucking cousins and all shit. I was just telling my I was talking about getting into a fight or something. Like, have you ever been in a fight or something? Something came up where I talked about previous time, and it's like, yeah, me and my brother have fought before, and so I was telling my son about, like,
you told me about that too. Yeah.
And because I mean, people do that. So,
I'm
like,
your son.
Sometimes you gotta fucking throw your cousin under under the Japanese bus because he fucked you.
Those
dude.
buses are crazy.
Yeah.
So
tourist bus.
we get out of the industrial area, and he's driving on a main road at this point. 12 cops behind us. One pulls up next to us. Now, let me tell you something. Japanese cops do not carry in this part of Tokyo. They don't carry weapons. I don't know if they ever carry weapons. They don't have guns. Okay, they have their little K cars that are faster than ours. So we're driving.
They're not allowed to carry guns at all.
I don't know. I haven't really looked into that. So we're driving alongside this huge wall, and the cops are coming at us like they're going to pin us against it. We're going like 60 miles or more per hour, right?
Yeah.
So they just keep coming at us, and the dude pulls back and he's yelling something on his this little fucking megaphone thing. I can't fucking understand.
Is he holding
what
a
they're
megaphone,
saying.
or is he like over like a loudspeaker?
It's a loudspeaker
thing?
thing on his car. I don't know why I did the motion like he's holding something. I don't know. Anyways, they're coming at us, and they fucking pull away, and then they come at us faster, and my cousin just slams on the brakes, right? And he fucking hits
Shit's
the wall.
like a movie, dude.
Yeah, dude, it's like an action scene in a movie. Cop fucking runs into the wall. My cousin flips a bitch and goes the wrong way and passes every single fucking cop. Like, they didn't want to get hit. They're just like, oh, get out the way. So we go the wrong way on the main street, right? And it's a one-way. So we're going back the way we came. And they stopped following us.
Oh, nice.
They fucking stopped following. Like, oh, we can't go that way. It's the wrong way. They just stopped. So is still in his freak out mode, just rocking back and forth. He's like, hey, dude, we're going to have to ditch the car. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean we're going to have to ditch the car? Where are we going to put it? What do you mean?
E&E outside
right?
the span, dude.
So, like, are we going to fucking exfil like on foot? Like, what are we doing here? So we drive back to this section of the industrial area where he knew two people that owned a tire shop, right? These two Brazilian guys. And he drives up, and these guys are actually there. And it's like the middle of the fucking night. So we just kick it at this guy's tire shop, and these two Brazilians that speak a little bit of Japanese, but my cousin knows them, and because he used to be in the drift scene and stuff, and he'd buy tires, and I don't know, probably did some illegal shit with them. Yeah. Anyways, they end up driving us back to where my cousin was staying, to this dude's house, and we're just hanging out for the rest of the night, can't fucking sleep, just amped up. He's like, we can't go anywhere for a few days. We got to lay low for a while. I'm like, dude, I'm on vacation right now.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So
you're on staycation, motherfucker.
Right? So we spent like a day and a half inside, didn't go anywhere, just didn't do anything. And then he was like, you know what? Fuck it. And he called up the base, and he had some buddies that lived on base. He's out of the military at this point. So he just lived in Japan for this. He's a young guy. He's just hawking parts from cars and stuff on eBay. So, dude from base who has an in for, like, when the government talks to the Japanese government, the military base talks to the Japanese government. They're like, they reach out to the military base, and they're like, hey, if you see a K car that looks like this and it has two white guys in it, let us know, because they're in trouble. Yeah. So the base is like, oh, okay, yeah, sure,
whatever,
yeah, we'll do that. And nothing ever came of it. And we ended up still driving that car around for the rest of the time that I was there.
You fucking idiots, dude.
But we only drove it locally. We didn't go out we didn't go out drifting anymore. That was the last of that. But we went out to like the shopping center in Shibuya at night and stuff, and we'd park far away and we'd walk in. Yeah. So we got to see like Yakuza dudes, like the dudes that actually exist. We walked through the red light district to get to Shibuya because he wanted me to experience what it looked like. I didn't fuck anybody.
We both have a hand job story now. Damn.
Anyways, I get through there.
Your story's way better than my fucking. I mean,
mine's like an action movie.
Yeah.
Mine was so too. Was yours. Oh.
So I was eating fucking hand jobs. I didn't have to jerk my own.
You're just shooting a gun in the air as you're eating it.
It was very American.
Yeah, there was no weapons involved in mine, but it was an extreme time. That was some crazy shit I did in another country, and I made it back without going to Japanese jail. So that's kind of cool.
I regret talking on this one because your story is way better. Mine's not very interesting. It was for me at the time, but not for you.
You'll never catch me, you Japanese cops.
Imagine if this is the one that it's been like years later. They're like,
I finally got him.
There's actually a fucking law where we can fucking send you to fucking Japan. This specific instance of car racing. What?
Fuck it.
Yeah, that would suck. Wouldn't that suck?
I'll have another story to tell when I get out. How about that?
That time they probed my ass. All right, whose question is it? Because I feel like that was your question.
That was my question.
Let me do another one because I go, another one.
Asked it.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. I'm just that good.
This was a question I almost wrote down. Okay. What's a body part you wouldn't mind losing if you had to lose one? Let's do that. I'll ask you the question because I was asking myself. Because
so you'll have to. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'll ask you, and then you pick up one and read it to
me. If I had to lose a body part, fuck. If I had to lose a body part, I feel like, your ears aren't really that important. Do you lose a hearing too?
Does it have to be a whole body part?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'd say my ears. That's an easy one.
You lose your ears?
Yeah.
Oh, you can always wear headphones.
Exactly. People are like, "Oh, he's just got headphones."
It would affect.
He's just a big tard. He's just wearing big earmuffs.
Your hearing would be affected for sure.
It would. I don't. One ear. I'd lose one ear.
One body part.
Yeah. Maybe a pinky toe. I don't know, dude. That helps your balance a little bit, but I feel like you could go without one of your toes and be okay.
Maybe it's hard, man. You need everything you have.
You do. They're there for a reason.
But people do without them.
Okay, here we got to switch it up a little bit. It can't be an internal body part because it'd fuck your appendix. You know?
Yeah, I'd lose my appendix.
It has to be an outside body part, like an appendage. I'd say one of my toes, one of my smaller toes. I don't need it.
The small toe is probably the safest because But I think it would be funny if, for me to answer, that I would just lose my gooch. And what would that look like? It would go.
Is it like a big piece out, or is it just the outer
gooch.
section?
It's the whole gooch,
the whole area.
That shit chafes anyway, dude. But like. I wonder what that looked like. It would go from asshole to ball bag.
It's just right there. Just hanging. Oh, man. I don't know.
Taint the gooch.
Yeah.
It's funny to think like, the dude, he's a goochless fuck.
Also, if we're like missing a body part already. So what if I just had no neck? It's just. Sorry, guys.
He always looks confused. He's like, what? That would. Okay, yeah. Your neck is real short. You don't have one. They would detach your head and put it back. That's doable.
Fuck.
And it wouldn't feel like you're always like, God damn it.
You can't fucking look behind you.
I don't know what's going on.
Somebody calls you. You're like.
Your arms are always like this. And you're like, shit. What's going on? Sound like Gilbert Godfrey. All right. Cool. So pinky toe is probably
or one of those toes. Yeah.
Is this did I write this?
You did.
How is this fucking happening, dude?
Just the way I shuffled it, bro.
But I shuffled it after you.
The aliens helped me shuffle.
I shuffled it after you.
Yeah, but I knew you were going to shuffle it, so I shuffled it the way.
Is that a question I wrote?
Yes.
Oh, God. So, all right.
If Jesus came back, would they kill him again?
What is wrong with me? I almost didn't throw that in. But then I think I said it was going to be a throwaway question because then we already talked about aliens for like a fucking hour.
Yeah.
I wrote the question and I guess it was just like funny, like, would they kill him again? I think certain people would try to kill him again, but I think it'd just be like, if I could be honest about it, like somebody came out and was like, I'm Jesus, and they started doing miracles and shit, then some people would believe it. Some would be like, you're David Blaine. Or
you know, and then you get a third group of people would be like, oh, that's just the Antichrist, you know?
Yeah.
So, it's a hard one. I feel like
you'd have to go back to that time for them to kill him again.
Yes, I agree with you.
Like
the concept around life and around like the social construct of stuff now is way different than it was thousands of years ago.
Put him in the Middle East, he's dead.
Absolutely,
not over
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
They just think nobody would believe if he couldn't have like definitive proof, just like the aliens, you'd be kind of mixed. Like like oh, he's not the savior.
Agreed.
Or whatever. But yeah, that's it. All right, next question.
It wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be,
and it's something you wrote. So
she said, "Damn."
What is the scary or scariest sound you've heard at night?
Oh fuck. You want to know a scary sound? And I could tell you a fucking ghost story, but that'd take too long.
That's all right.
A scary sound that I've heard at night that is fucking creepy as shit, and it's like right as like rain is either coming or not, or I don't know, maybe it just ended. Anyways, dead silent at night, and you hear a fucking cat cry. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I mean, if you've heard a cat scream. No, I'm not talking like a meow scream or like, not like that. I'm talking like the wailing sound of a fucking cat. Yes. It sounds like a fucking...
I sounded just like a cat.
It sounds like a baby cry.
Yeah.
And it's fucking 2 a.m. Like I used to sneak out when I was a kid, you know, not a kid, but teenager. I used to sneak out, go to my buddy's house, and we'd go fucking walk around and not do anything. But sometimes I'd hear that shit in the middle of the night, and I'm walking in the dark, and that's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, did somebody put a baby outside and it's fucking crying right now? Like,
or maybe there was a baby.
Should I go look for it or should I walk the other way?
Yeah.
It's a creepy fucking sound.
Maybe it was a baby.
That'll give you nightmares.
Yeah. I can't remember any scary sounds I've ever heard. Ever? Yeah.
Even like a noise like in your room at night?
No, I can't remember like off the top of my head. I probably have to think about this. I probably have. You know? I just can't think of anything.
No shit. During one of these times where I went to, it was Old Western State Hospital in Tacoma.
Is that the one David was talking about a while ago where we were talking about abandoned places? It's up north, right?
Oh, yeah, but it's gone now. It's bulldozed.
Okay.
So before it was bulldozed, I went there with some friends. I have some pictures of it and stuff too. We snuck in there and walked around and stuff, and we heard whistling like on one side of it, and it's fenced off in a big square, right? And like it was all around, like it would be like whistle, 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 like it's
like
fucking,
a human.
Yeah, like a human whistle. Yes, exactly like that, right?
Well, that was
I
me.
just fucking got goosebumps.
That's because it was me. I was following you.
You were just doing it the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I knew who you were back then. Anyways, it was going around the whole fucking place like that.
That's crazy.
And it's dark. It's like 1 a.m. and it's doing that. We're like, what the fuck? So we get out and we're walking down along this along the side of this lake, and we're going to find this lobotomy area where they used to do all kinds of weird shit. And
that shit's not just from movies. They actually used to do crazy shit very recently. Like in the 70s and shit. They were fucking ice pick lobotomy.
So we hear what we thought was like a radio or something, because it was like a banjo and a dude singing. So we're like, oh, let's go. There's probably somebody on the dock.
Music
Somebody's probably out on this dock fishing and has a radio, or they're just chilling playing a banjo at 1 a.m. on a fucking lake.
Yeah.
Which is weird as shit. But we're walking. We're like, where is that coming from? And we get out to the dock, turn the corner by this big tree, and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And the music stops, and we're like, what the fuck? And
that's crazy.
To add some weirdness to the story, we were around a bunch of acorn trees, and these fucking acorns are just dropping all around us.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, it's time to leave. So we did.
Yeah.
Creepy, weird shit.
Yeah, I haven't had anything like that. I've talked about, like, that's obviously something different, like ghost shit, but I've talked about, like, having a presence by me before. That's weird, but
I feel like we got to throw this one away.
Is it aliens?
Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, throw that shit away. Give me a new one.
This one.
Do you believe in aliens? God damn
it! Have you ever beaten someone up?
I have, yeah. I have, yeah. I'll talk about. I haven't gotten in many fights in my life. Like, I've been in a few. But I'll talk about one from like junior.
Beat myself up.
Yeah. I think it was junior high school. That's before you go into high school, right? Junior high school. What grade is that? Is that 8th?
No. Fuck, I don't know.
I was in 8th grade.
It's like 6th through 8th.
Yeah, I was in 8th grade, and I had this friend who he was a real bad influence, piece of shit. Like, and much like anybody in their youth, they let you hang with. It's just like you do. Some kids are just good their whole life or whatever, and I was hanging out with this dude because I was kind of like, I was in the middle. I wasn't like popular. I wasn't like picked on or anything. I was just kind of like this gray man person in school. I wasn't really, at least I think so, right? Like I kept to myself a lot. I had my core group of friends, and it's just like I didn't really
fucking nerd.
Yeah, I wasn't like I wasn't. I think if you ask people from high school, maybe they'd be like, I don't remember, like whatever. And for the most part, with the exception of 2 people, I don't talk to anybody from when I was in school. So. And I didn't go to 10-year reunion or anything like that.
Oh, dude, fuck that shit.
Yeah, like it's not. There was a bunch of people that went. It's like there was like 50 of them, like fucking whatever.
Fucking dorks.
But yeah, like why do you give a shit about fucking people from high school? Who cares?
Stupid.
So
unless you married one of them.
Yeah. I played sports and like I was on football. I wasn't very good at it. I wrestled and I wasn't very good at it. And like
just a mediocre dude.
Yeah, just like a mediocre dude. And now I'm still the same. It's kind of like continuing the trend. Everything I touch turns to rust. Anyway, yeah. So there was this kid that I like. Sometimes you have shit friends that you like. That I guess it benefited my life because
just
now
leave you down a shit path.
Yeah, dude, you're just. You know what I'm talking about? Like you get these friends.
Try this Coke.
While it's funny, essentially, while it's fun to hang out with them, they're not good for you. Yeah. Like it's just bad. So like I use that in my current life to fucking get rid of people.
Hey, you want to make out?
Yeah. Hey, dude, let's fucking put our penises together and see if we can piss. Who gets piss in each other's beeholes? Like that's kind of shit that we were doing. It's not gay. No, but you know what I'm talking about. You get like these people that like as you're younger and you start to grow, you realize like bad influences and shit.
Yeah,
if you're a decent person and some of them live in tangled
some concept of good and bad.
So I can use that in my life of this friend who he was just a piece of shit. And like we were smoking cigarettes and shit, like we were stealing stuff from grocery, like little corner stores or whatever in upstate New York.
You're a bad motherfucker, Mike.
Yeah, it's just dumb shit. Yeah. Like you're doing dumb shit, like just not a good fucking person. It's not like I'm sure he's like fine these days, whatever. But like back then, you would.
He's like a priest now or something.
Yeah. No, you get a group of little young boys together and they do dumb shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it just gets worse. It's like 14-year-old kids are fucking the worst thing ever when they get in a group. And so that's kind of what it is. And eventually, like he started to get fucking annoying to me, right? Like, and it's like once that starts happening, it's hard to like when someone wears on your patience, it's like, hey, you want to hang out? You want to hang out? You want to hang out? It's like it gets, you're around people, roommates or whatever. It's just fucking, you get under each other's skin, and that's essentially what happened. And so like when we eventually got to a place where I was like so fucking angry with him always trying to hang out, and I didn't want to hang out, and just I realized that I didn't like him actually. Yeah. And I was avoiding him, and it was like one of those things to where, and it wasn't like he had a fucking crush on me or something. He was just trying to be a friend, but I realized he wasn't good for me at that time. Even being as young as we were, it was just like, I don't want to fucking hang out with you. And then he like confronted me about it in the locker room, and I just beat the fucking shit out of him. I just
snapped.
Yeah, I fucking lost it, and I was so happy after I kicked the shit out of him. That I like when they brought us both into the principal's office, I fucking wrote this whole thing as like, I take responsibility for my actions, and I'm fucking like not like I just kicked the shit out of him. It was like I wrote like basically I take responsibility for the whole thing, and it really wasn't like I'm just an asshole that got pissed off at somebody and fucking just beat the tar out of him because I fucking didn't like him. It was like a building situation, like leave me the fuck alone, dude. Like we're like. Just leave me alone. And it got like to where it was like he was talking shit to me or something like that. Yeah. And then we got into a fight. Like, and, I got into a fight. Yeah.
Nice.
been in like a handful of fights. Not like I don't get into fights all the time.
Yeah.
So
I was kind of like that. I mean, I never started a fight.
but I always finished them.
I don't know if I finished. I got beat up once, but other than that, I mean, just fisticuffs with, you know, some dudes from high school and stuff.
Yeah.
I never really like started a fight. I never beat the shit out of somebody just, you know.
Yeah.
I was never that angry at anybody to beat the shit out of them. I always, like, if I was in a fight, it was because somebody else was trying to fight me, so I'm defending myself, but or protecting somebody else, which I've done a couple times. But I mean, never really anything significant. Just, you know, some blows.
Yeah.
Not like blows, but like
It doesn't always have to be gay.
some blows. I've gotten a couple black eyes, but black eyes, not black guys.
No.
But yeah, nothing too serious. The one time I did get beat up badly was when I got jumped, and that was shitty. But
That's kind of a fight.
I'm still alive.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And that was gang related, which is super weird because I'm not in a gang or anything.
Breakdancing gang. How many we got left? We got 4.
Hit me.
Have you... I was going to say something really bad.
Did you write this one or did I?
You did.
Man, we're fucking like...
You're talking about body parts. If you had to
8 for
replace
8.
your hands with something, what would you put at the end of
shit.
your arms? Cannot be robot hands.
Oh, fuck. I was hoping to give you this one. Well, lobster claws. I don't know.
Let's just fucking... Let's do this one, and then do you want to keep doing them, or do you want to like finish and pick one at random? And
Let's finish and pick one, yeah. Oh, man. If I had to put something on my hands, and they can't be like hand style, so no robot claws, no hands.
So it can be anything, like...
Could be anything. Man. Shit. That's a
You'd
fucking...
put shit there?
Oh, fuck.
It wouldn't last very long.
I'd put dicks on my hands. I could just fuck everything. And
So I can fuck the world!
That's a fucking
I'd put
hard one.
hands.
You just put somebody else's hands?
Yeah.
I'd put huge black guy hands on my hands.
Be real good at basketball. I'll tell you that much.
Put alien hands on my hands.
Yeah.
They're like this long.
All right, what would you put?
Maybe some kind of tool, like a multi-tool, some Edward Scissorhands type shit, but not just scissors, you know? I'd have like a fucking hammer, or I don't know. At least I could have a job that way, you know?
Yeah.
But you can still grab things with your wrists and like eat. And I guess
Robotic claw? Not robot, but the claw catcher that goes like this. And
that'd
like,
be cool. Yeah.
Like Inspector
Probably
Gadget.
some type of tool, like something that I could, like maybe like a set of pliers type thing, but it opens wider. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Some kind of tool.
Robot hands, that's what I'd put on there.
Yeah, which you're not supposed to choose.
God.
What it specifically says not to choose.
I don't know. I mean, you get like the prosthetic like
Mike's
claw
like, I
thing.
put cup holders so I
Yeah.
can
Yeah, dude.
hold 2 energy drinks.
Fuck yeah. I would put a cup holder and then a cordless like screwdriver drill combo. But then I realized I couldn't fucking change the bits if I needed to like drill through the wall or
So all
something.
you get is one bit.
Yeah.
Or somebody else has to change it for you.
Use my teeth and go like this. Like fucking, you know, it makes that sound. Like,
It just
oh, I hate life.
chips the shit out of your teeth. Oh,
Yeah, that would be the worst.
I would.
I don't know. I would just do regular fucking claws because you need to pick shit up.
I'm gonna choose this
All
middle
right, let's
one.
do it. That's a question for me right here. Let's go. This is going to be the brain buster. Did I write this?
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it. Do aliens exist?
Would you fuck a stepsister if she was way down to pound?
If she was down to pound?
If she was
So this is
down to pound.
Yeah, so this is a controversial question because people were like, you have two.
That's your sister.
Yeah, but it's your sister. It's like, it depends how she looks, but I absolutely would.
Yeah, she's not your blood.
Yeah.
I mean, it really depends on. Well, I guess it doesn't. Fuck, I don't know. I guess the weird.
I'd fuck her dad too. They're not related to you. That's the thing. Is people like,
Yeah.
well, your brother and sister now. It's like,
I guess
we're not
when
fucking blood.
people think
That's
about that.
That's the difference. You like the label sister, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's
Like,
it's
but you're not blood. So if you have a fucking baby, it's not going to come out retarded unless
Yeah.
its chromosomes are all fucked up.
So the only way it's awkward for people to think of like that is because like in the case of you were both your parents got together and you were both like 1 or 2 years old, you know, and you grew up and now you're adults.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I've known them my whole life and I consider you don't know anything else other than them being your sister. Or maybe you don't even know that you're stepsister, you know? But if you're like 14, 15, and then you guys grew up together till you're 18, and you're like, wanna fuck? Why not?
Well, if you're 14 and fucking...
Well, yeah, but...
The same age. Just
I'm
say
trying to bring the age up so we don't get flagged here.
Who gives a shit? Fucking... We're not talking about fucking...
We're 2 14-year-olds fucking, all right.
Think how... Now, I will tell you that the crazy, if out of that conversation, the people that are crazy are the ones who are like, no way.
I would never.
Look on any porn website. What do you see without you even searching, without even knowing your algorithm?
It's a fetish, dude.
It puts it in your face. You're like, I'll fucking check that out.
Oh, stepmom?
Yeah. It's the whole family. Fuck all the step people. Fuck the step people.
It's a fetish for people, for sure.
So you're saying yes to fuck your sister?
Stepsister.
Yeah, I'd fucking
yeah, I would.
Cool. Man, I like this stuff. I like that. I like that whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Except your fucking story was cooler. I feel like you set that one up. Your one story was cooler. It was right about the time that every 10 seconds something was fucking interrupting everything about this fucking episode. But anyway, what do you got planned for the holidays, man?
Oh, man. I'm almost done with these 14-hour days. That's for sure. Either Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the last one, so that's nice. And then I can not worry about that shit anymore.
Yeah.
But
your schedule is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It is, yeah. I go to work at like 12:30 in the morning, and then I'm off in the afternoon, like 2:30.
And he goes to bed at 6, and we're fucking like harassing him over DM, sending like the voice message. You used to listen to all of them, and now like I've said, I'm like, if it's too many, I delete the whole conversation to start fresh because it will say
terrible.
You have fucking 9 plus new messages, and the only way is to delete the whole fucking thing so it stops bothering
totally
you.
like fucks with your mind, thinking like, oh, maybe there's only 9.
Yeah.
But you look on there and you're like, 90? What the fuck?
Especially when me and David get like drinking and we're like talking in DMs,
if you
dude.
Get going,
it's fucking nuts.
But the good thing about it is I could listen to like one at the beginning, one in the middle, and then one at the end, and you're still on the same topic. So I'm like, okay, they're just talking about how much they hate women. And I'm good. Then I get the whole concept. I'm like, yeah, bro.
It's not that I hate them.
I'm just fucking with you.
I know. They just, some of the shit they annoy me just like dudes annoy me. You know?
Absolutely.
Like, some shit
absolutely.
Just people annoy me. But when I see stuff on social media, I'm like, what the fuck is this? What is this shit? Who does this shit? Yeah. Oh, a whole group of people? That's how I'll say it. A whole group of people annoy me in a certain way.
Yeah.
It's all different in a certain way, but different in certain ways. But the same. Okay, so holiday, what are you doing for Christmas? You staying here? I'm staying. You have your daughter?
I'm not going anywhere. I'll have my daughter Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And then I'll drop her off at her mom's house Christmas morning. So
cool.
Yeah, I got her just for the holiday, and it'll be nice.
Sweet.
And cool. I don't think I have to work the next 2 days after that. I'm going to have a 3-day weekend. That's fucking awesome. And then the following week will be the same thing, I think. Unless somebody's scheduled off.
And when do you go back to regular life for what it is?
After New Year.
Okay. Cool.
For sure.
Sweet.
I mean, after Christmas, technically, but the holidays are over after New Year, so.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you excited for 2020 to be over? Are you kind of ambivalent about it, or like it doesn't matter? 2020, 2020 is like, oh, 2020 is so weird, and I post memes about it just because like people like to see them. But
I think it's not going to be any different for at least the first quarter of 2021. We won't. I mean, there's too much unknown at this point. Once we get into 2021, that first quarter will kind of dictate a lot, and then it'll reveal a whole lot of shit that's going to happen for the rest of the year that we're going to be like, okay, it's going to go this way or it's going to go that way, or it could, there's a lot of ways it could go.
Yeah.
But after that first quarter, I think we'll have a good idea.
Cool. Yeah, the presidency's fucking changing seats, dude.
And it's crazy that you think politically that's going to affect so much that happens, but it will, There's a lot that's going to go on.
Yeah. I'm just interested for 2021 because it's going to be different, I think.
Well, in my mind, to segue back to the whole COVID thing. It's all politically based on that because everybody's thinking in terms of 2020 being over, thinking COVID's going to be over. And either that's going to happen or it's not. You know, that's the only two ways it goes.
I could see if you look at the historical data on actual pandemics, it's a year and a half. It's generally what it is. So by summer, hopefully we're back to normal. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is if they start in like mandating you have to have a vaccine to go to the grocery store.
In which case, I will fucking revolt. And that
I think a lot of
that
people
apocalypse scenario will fucking become true if it needs to be. So,
and by God, I'll have cup holders on my fucking hands. And with that, kids, thank you for watching the Violent Professional Podcast in this severely chopped up because we were interrupted at this one portion at fucking 1 minute or 1 hour and 10 minutes. We've been doing almost 2 hours.
It was later than that for the door, for sure.
That's when I wrote down for fucking one of the, like when it started.
Yeah.
So we'll see if
so you'll listen to it at that point and move on.
The general area.
Yeah.
That's what I do when I'm like making clips for this upcoming thing. I write down a general timeline so I could get the whole thing. I'm just like, if I start laughing like fucking an idiot, I write down.
Oh, I don't like what I said there about sucking somebody's dick. I gotta take that out of there.
I always include that. Yeah. So I think that's the next thing up. Whenever you got free time coming up, like, I know next week's Christmas time frame.
So?
Fuck the families. We're going opening up a present. I'm going to wrap this fucking podcast to you. You open it up and here you are. Whenever you have time next.
Why are you naked?
It's a microphone stand. I swear to God. That's your dick. When I got to get these clips together and then I want to fucking have you guys input on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have people that listen to input on it, but I didn't prepare for this. I just thought of it. And I was like, let's do a fucking, because I did the best of for the first 20 episodes.
Yeah.
But I was like, we could do one at the end of the year and fucking get like what I want to get everybody's, but I want you guys to fucking be like authentically like, oh, fuck, I remember that.
Yeah.
Kind of like you probably didn't remember the shit you were saying during the pandemic shit.
I remember it vaguely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go back and listen to the whole episode again, I'll be like, it's all fucking coming back.
Anything in closing?
Dude, I'm just ready for work to be over. That's all.
Yeah.
Big thing. I mean, I got like 64 hours this week, which is good for the pocketbook, but bad on my brain.
Pocketbook, huh?
Hey, you fucking... Shit, you got me.
All right, man. Fucking boom. See ya. Bye-bye.
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 If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.